we'll see that when Detox comes out.
Y'all shut your mouth.
All right.
I can't talk about Detox.
So, this is a show called, we don't even have a name for it yet. I was sitting there for hours thinking of a name. I want it to be related to ComaGoat, but I'm not even sure about that. So
Niggas talk.
Niggas talk.
Niggas talk.
Niggas plus
Or
one.
yeah. What's bitching?
Nigga bitches be talking for no reason. Using
Black kids speak.
nigga
Black kids
technology.
speak.
There's a white person.
Black kids plus one.
There's one white person here, so you can't really sit here and be like, ooh. It appears we have a white sheep in the black colony. Hold on.
I'm just albino black.
That's
You're albino black.
Albino black.
Okay.
There you go.
You are a country bumpkin. You can't say nothing. If you sound country, you're just white.
Half the time.
Okay, half the time, but still.
Depends on my mood.
So, I don't even have a name for this yet. So we're just calling this the podcast for now.
The pod.
The pod.
What are we, whales? What's the first thing on the list? Just go.
We do gotta figure out a name.
Well, all right. Well, I am.
Eventually, over
All
time.
right, I am host DJ Postley.
No one gives a
and
Hey, whoa.
All right, we're gonna go around.
huh?
We're gonna go around in circles.
All right.
In circles. Saying the names.
Starting from my left, I am sitting next to
Malcolm. That's all you're getting. So I'm infamous.
Infamous Malcolm.
next to Malcolm.
Spell it right with the second
Token
L.
white guy, Ross.
Just
It's okay.
Across from Ross.
Kelli, I have an Afro.
K2. That's my name.
That's
That's it.
I'm pretty sure.
I heard, no, apparently that's like a spice that kids smoke.
Yeah, drunk.
And it's a fucking mountain.
Yeah, it's
And it's a weird ass alternative band. I looked up all this
DJ,
shit.
did you ever do that with me?
What?
K2?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's how you know you're white. You know you're
Good, you don't want
K2.
All right.
And then next to K2 we have
That's been my time.
No.
bitch nigga number one.
Okay.
Alright, continue.
That is so
All right. Asshole.
You black midget bitch.
He's actually pretty tall.
All right. I got some new stuff that I think y'all would like to talk about.
Right.
So MTV is doing the Scream series.
What do you mean Scream series? Do you mean Scream?
Like
That actually like
the
Scream the movie?
Okay, MTV has revealed that Jay Beadle and Dan Dworkin, whatever his name is, will pen the Scream television series that has been buzzed about for a little bit now. So, they're pretty much turning the movie series into a TV series.
No.
Why?
That's a no.
No, I'm sorry, but all I gotta say.
They only this
Scream
thing
the
they
TV
had
series?
they went on a streak of bullshit movies until the last one, and now they're like, oh, it's success for the one movie out of 4.
I know, that's because Scream 4.
TV series.
Scream 4 was the only movie that was actually a movie.
Decent.
All the rest of it,
It was halfway
It's the
decent.
same
At
as
least
watching like Saw. Cause Saw, you're sitting there as you're watching. Like they say in the movie Scream, all you see in Saw is body parts being thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that's sad.
I will not be
Who
watching,
are you?
I will not be watching that show. I will not be watching.
What's
that
your damn name? Oh wait, I don't actually.
I mean,
care.
the pilot was given the green light back in April. Tony DeSanto and Liz Gatterly, what are these people's last names?
Thanks, Obama.
They're shepherding the project with Wes Craven in talks to direct.
Oh, well, it might be good then. I might have to check it out.
But it's only the pilot. Chances
Oh, it's just a pilot. So
Yeah,
he
he's
ain't gonna
probably gonna do that. He ain't gonna
He gonna stick around.
Yeah, I made some money. Bye.
No, but you know what show I am waiting for? Shield.
Stop. Oh my god. It's how long?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna be a while.
That's
I
gonna
am
be the
excited
best
about
fucking
that.
show. I don't care how long it is until it comes out. That show's gonna be.
Speaking of Marvel, James McAvoy, whatever his name is, who played Professor X in X-Men First Class, is going to be playing Dr. Frankenstein in the Frankenstein remake film that they're doing.
I can see that.
Isn't that Tumblr?
He will be-
Isn't that Mr. Tumnus?
Yeah.
Just call him Mr. Tumnus. He's Mr. Tumnus. You can't call him Mr.
He will be joining Daniel Radcliffe, who will be playing Igor,
Who?
Wait, what?
his henchman.
Who will be playing Igor?
Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, is going to be playing the henchman.
What is
And
the-
James McAvoy is going to be playing Dr. Frankenstein.
I'm not
Why would you
Bullshit.
remake a movie?
With Mr.
Because
Tumnus
we're running
and a
out of
wizard.
ideas for new movies.
No, that's the thing. Was no. Oh well, yeah. I mean, the new movie of the century, Pacific Rim, epic fail.
Pacific Rim was
Let's make
awesome.
Frankenstein.
Shut.
Dang.
Kill yourself.
No, it was
Kill
not
yourself. It was awesome.
Did you even see it yet?
Nope.
All right.
The trailer looks fucking epic. I'm going to watch the hell out of
It's
this
so stupid.
I
It
don't
is
agree.
so
I heard it
dumb.
didn't have really much of a storyline.
It's not supposed to be. It's fucking monsters fighting. There's not supposed to be a story.
Dude,
Kind of like the way they did Superman. Like they were sitting here expecting some big ass story.
Even Godzilla had a fucking story.
You know they're
More of a-
redoing Godzilla.
had more of a
That's-
plot
Yeah,
than this
but
shit, dude.
yeah, but Godzilla was kind of whack.
No, he wasn't.
Godzilla was kind of
Godzilla was
whack.
great.
He can-
Godzilla was good, but it wasn't that good.
No.
If you rewatch that shit.
I mean, I'm not talking about Asian. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like.
Dialect.
I'm saying like, oh, we're getting in trouble.
First
We're all
episode.
going
Fucking ninjas are gonna come into the windows and start stabbing people.
One of us. You know they're redoing Godzilla though.
Oh, which one?
Actually, yes, they are.
Godzilla and who?
Gareth Edwards talks potential Godzilla sequel.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the one
To
with
the-
the green background where
I
they're
think
in New
so.
York and they go, yeah! They take over. What was it? The Garden?
I don't even remember.
No,
the
that's
one
true.
with Matthew
Remember
Broderick. I
no,
don't
with
remember that one.
the newest one that came out with the Godzilla that actually looked cool, and he was trailing through freaking New York and going
What
through
the
buildings and
1998 one? I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they had the TV series that was animated after that. That TV series was balling shit. I'm sorry.
They had a TV series?
Yeah,
they had
it's on
a TV
Netflix
series.
right now. It actually it picks up right where that movie left off.
Wow.
Literally right where it picked off. And I was like, this is amazing. And so right now I'm watching it on Netflix, and I'm on like episode 8. Or
I still
9.
need something new to watch on Netflix. I haven't watched.
I've watched like 90% of things on
That's
Netflix.
what I'm saying. I've watched it all, so I can't really say.
Trolling.
Okay, so apparently, like in the Godzilla sequel, the guy, like Gareth Edwards, he wants to have multiple monsters against Godzilla in the sequel. And like there are like I love how Hollywood is like already planning sequels. They're like, oh, this is gonna make money. It's Godzilla.
You know what's annoying?
Oh my
though?
bad,
You know what's really
Gojira.
annoying?
Gojira.
That I was thinking about yesterday. I was reading about it. How like they take all they do is put so much money into remakes and reboots and shit like that. Like I want some original
Shit.
new shit. Like they're so scared that people aren't going. Like Pacific Rim. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything bad. Anything
I mean,
good
that's the
about
thing,
it.
it's a great
I'm just saying,
movie.
like,
I mean-
no. You know what I'm saying? My only thing is how like they took a risk with Pacific Rim. Right now, it's doing good in the box office regardless of how
It was a new
anybody
movie.
views it. But you know, it's a new movie. It's an original idea. But everything else, like they're remaking fucking Smurfs. They're coming out with Top Cat.
RoboCop, the Lego movie.
I'm not what? I'm not
February 2014. You're
No, it's for
Seriously?
real.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like they just all they do is remake or redo just the same thing, and like they're just so scared.
John M. Chu, the guy who
Okay.
the guy who did the G.I. Joe sequel because the first one was shit.
Oh, the second one was so damn good.
I know, right?
Retaliation, good guy. Except, although I'd say this, everybody got a fucking grappling hook. It's standard issue. Everybody went. Actually, I gotta get somewhere.
Grappling hook.
Everybody went. Fucking grappling hooks.
I haven't seen it yet.
No,
You just don't go see movies, do
you
you?
haven't seen it?
I get bootlegs. Okay?
Oh, but so
That's speaking.
he apparently he's in talks of doing a Masters of the Universe into a film.
The guy from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, the guy who directed G.I. Joe Retaliation, he's going to do a He-Man Masters of the Universe movie.
Flash.
Now they're talking about it, so
Flash of the universe.
that just reminds me of that He-Man video that He-Man
What, the Skeet Skeet?
Yeah, the Skeet Skeet
Is it gonna
video.
be animated or is it gonna be like real life?
How about the Ratchet and Clank movie that's coming out?
Stop.
2015. They're probably
It's like
gonna
the
mess
movie
up
was
James
delayed
Franco's
for.
life.
Oh no, that's not
The
it.
Hunger
No,
Games.
The Hunger Games.
It was a good one.
Firebird.
First one was good.
You know it's Battle
That was good.
Royale. That's all it is.
Battle Royale. That was a freaking good movie.
That is Hunger Games.
That is Hunger Games copied off of Battle Royale. I don't care what nobody
I mean,
said.
that concept's kind of old, though.
Yeah,
new
but not
Hobbit
the way
coming
that
out.
Battle Royale did. It
It's
kinda
the
just
same way that
duplicated
super
it.
soldiers have been like taking people from birth, and they were like Born Identity, Hitman, of Halo. Everywhere they were like, let's just take babies and turn them into killing machines. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, pretty much. But when I say I've never seen so much children killing children since
Isn't it awesome?
Battle Royale. It was beautiful. The first movie that I ever seen a child get killed was Mimic. That was the first movie I ever seen a kid get killed. Freaking cockroach stabbed this kid in the freaking chest. I was like, that's a child. Like I was like, shit, let's watch this freaking movie. Like
It's
I watched
okay,
the
we
whole
live in
thing.
America. We cry more for dogs than we do actual people.
I mean, I would.
Yep.
In the arms of the angels. That fucking commercial. That damn commercial. I'm Sarah McLachlan.
I'm gonna fuck up your day.
I'm gonna fuck up your life.
Oh God.
And you don't want to change the channel because you feel like an asshole.
I changed the channel happily.
I changed the channel. I was like, man, it's like seeing homeless people on the side of the street. Click.
I'm a touchy-feely guy, so when I see shit like that, I get depressed and
What touchy feeling, Mister? I'm killing everybody I see in the zombie apocalypse.
That's the zombie apocalypse. That's when I'm hungry. I need to kill my dog. That's that. But if there are people, I'll kill y'all. I don't care.
So so y'all knew that that CW's trying to do a Flash series, right? They're trying to.
Oh, that fan, that fan sigh right there.
That fanboy.
Oh my god, you know I've been waiting for this shit. I told you, you know I've been waiting for this other movie.
Well, I mean, you know, if anyone's seen Smallville, which I haven't,
I haven't.
It just gets really bad. That's all. First season goes.
I didn't know about Superman until like the last season. Oh, that's Superman. I don't give a fuck. It just looked like another teen drama.
There's a reason they actually skipped it in the Superman movie.
Yeah.
They were like, he's on a farm. He's now an adult.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you were watching what fucking show was that? Oh, Kyle XY. Like I
remember that show.
I thought it was that. The boy with no belly button. I know a girl with no belly button. Like
How was that?
How did?
I don't know. Her name is Kendall. I'm not gonna say the name.
I know the name.
But okay,
I know
this girl
the
ain't got
name.
no belly button. This shit's weird. Sitting there showing it off. It's like a little dent, but it's just meat there. I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Dude, they sat there.
Wearing a bikini.
They sat there. They cut that bitch off. They were like, solder clean.
Yeah, but like
That was it.
they scissored her belly meat. I was like, that's disgusting. Why do you have no belly button?
I mean, dude, you're gonna be all disgusted when aliens come down. They're gonna be like, "Hey, loser, you look
She's
weird."
one of us.
So,
We wouldn't assume
has
that.
anybody watched Arrow? Because they decided to like
What
turn
is that?
Arrow, it's a spin-off of Smallville about Green Arrow.
Stop with the Smallville shit.
No, I have
Well,
not.
apparently Arrow's actually
That's
doing
pretty
pretty
adorable.
good. It got picked up for
Adorably
like,
creepy.
another season,
Adorably creepy.
and now they're in talks of doing the Flash, and they've been trying to do a Wonder Woman.
No one likes Wonder Woman. She's
Called
fucking boring.
Amazon.
Excuse me. Boom.
I don't give a
That's
fuck.
all that's there.
No, if you had boom, then I'd give a fuck. But I'm a ass guy.
Oh, I like both.
I don't give a fuck about
If
titties.
I can get them both, I don't care.
I don't care about boobs.
Look,
I'm not gonna be like.
If I can get a little each, that's fine.
I mean, you know,
I just don't want like a.
I'm not gonna watch it. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how they do it. I'm gonna watch. Just
we all know you're gonna watch the
shut the
Flash.
fuck up.
You're gonna watch
Shut
it.
the fuck up. Okay, regardless.
Even if it's a terrible show, you're gonna be like,
I probably
I'll watch it.
will. But I'm
No,
still
man, it's the
gonna.
Flash. It's too good.
I mean, you know, it's the Flash. But yeah.
No, but it's gonna be about Barry Allen. So at least, are you happy about
Okay,
that, or do you want
yeah.
Wally West?
Nah, I like Barry.
You like Barry?
I like Barry.
Halle Berry?
Actually, I think hallelujah.
Because that Catwoman movie was awful.
That was one of the worst super. I don't know what was worse, that or the Green Lantern.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you saw that.
This face makeup makes
Having an
my
affair,
skin
we
super
can't-
strong.
Yeah, but I'm seriously like I don't know which is worse, the Green Lantern or the Catwoman.
Green Lantern's pretty bad.
Dude, Green Hornet was pretty bad.
No, Green Hornet was good.
What's
Green
Dustin
Hornet was
saying about this
awesome.
Batman
I
versus
love Green. I'm talking about Green Lantern.
does he say?
Seth Rogen
Yeah.
movie.
I have no idea.
Because he sent that message.
Yeah, the Seth Rogen movie.
I think he was excited about it.
For what?
I know that with
What?
Dustin about Batman and Superman.
Batman versus
But,
Superman.
yeah, we-
Superman don't need Batman. I don't give a
2015.
fuck. We ain't gonna argue about that.
Speaking of Batman,
He's supposed to be dead. I'm tired of the fucking anthrax talk.
Fuck Batman.
I've given them everything.
My favorite two lines. Favorite two lines. And favorite two lines out of all the Batman movies is, "Where are the other drugs go?" Number one. Number two is, "Where's the trigger?" That is it. I say that all day, every day. That's my favorite. I'll be sitting at my house. I'm like, Mom, what is it? I just close my eyes.
Where's the trigger?
Like I was sitting down here. Me and my dad were talking about this seriously. We was like, Bane knows your true identity, right? So why are you still talking in a voice? Where are their drugs going? He's like, dude, you don't need to talk like that. Like I know who you are. Like,
this isn't a car.
yeah.
You guys saw the Bane?
You saw that?
Yeah. Thing?
That was a
Strawberries.
No,
Strawberries are high.
speaking of Batman, is anybody excited about the Arkham Origins video game coming out?
I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, if you play the video game, you know
apparently
how
there's going to be a
awesome
multiplayer coming on that.
Find a fucking link.
Where
Let me show you your
no, where it's you get the option of 3 teams. All right, so apparently you can play as either in the Joker's gang or Bane's gang, or you can play as Batman or Robin.
Fuck that! I'm playing with Bane. That nigga. That's that like.
And what did you eat? A brownie
biscuit. No, I don't know. Cause Bane in the video game, they have him like the original Hispanic from Spain ass Bane. Like they have that one, but he is the most ridiculously huge nigga on the planet.
We're back, and Doro walked in.
That's RT8.
So say hi to the microphone, Doro.
Hi,
I don't
microphone.
know that means.
How are you? You didn't reply to me.
Alright, so Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy who played Kick-Ass in
Yes, he's
Kick-Ass,
Yes.
he will be playing Quicksilver. Well, he's meeting with Marvel to talk about playing Quicksilver in the Avengers version.
Wait, who's Quicksilver? Sorry.
Magneto's son.
He's the
Quicksilver
He's the Flash for Marvel.
Quicksilver is Magneto's son,
Alfred.
and since X-Men is owned by Fox, they're doing X-Men with one Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and then the Avengers 2 is going to have another Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and neither of them can talk about being in the X-Men or being in the Avengers. So yeah,
Why even separate them? I'd sit there and I'd burn Fox to the ground. I'd burn Fox to the ground.
Fox sucks.
well, I mean, Marvel sold
Get your asshole off my belly.
X-Men to Fox like back in the '90s, so. And the rules are that
You
Fox
feel the
has to
connection.
keep putting out X-Men stuff in order to keep it.
Yeah, that's
Which is why they've been making so many X-Men movies in the past decade. It's ridiculous.
First Class made no
Mark,
sense because in the Wolverine you saw the Doctor walking around without he was a child when he got fucking paralyzed.
He got migraine person.
Wolverine, he's walking around like nothing happened.
So speaking of that, has everybody seen the Wolverine?
No.
Which one?
The new one.
Yes, I've
like
seen it.
correction,
You've seen it?
correction. The
Who's good,
brand,
right?
the brand new one, or the one where he fights the guy from
You mean he fights the Green Lantern?
no, what?
Deadpool.
Deadpool. The whack. That was the worst. I love Deadpool to death. Other than the Flash, he's my favorite super anything.
Are you talking about when he fought Baraka from Mortal Kombat?
Pretty much.
That's what I
No, they pissed me off with that shit. Okay, he's supposed to be the merc with the mouth. All right, and they take his mouth all shut, and he's sitting there all serious. That pissed me off. Okay,
Wait,
and
is
you
that
can clearly in the movie theater. I was watching the movie in the movie theater. And the nigga had strings in the movie.
Yeah, you saw that.
You saw it, right?
Oh my
He
god.
was sitting in the elevator scene after he came out when Ryan Reynolds came out slashing. He jumped in the air, string.
No, wait, you're talking about the guy who they sewed his mouth shut and shit like that, and then
Deadpool.
and he was like, oh, that's supposed to be Deadpool.
That's supposed to be Deadpool.
Yeah. And then he teleports around and is just like, I'm kicking your ass with, with my arm blade thing.
That's supposed to be Deadpool.
Damn.
Deadpool doesn't fucking teleport, okay?
Exactly.
He does not teleport.
He doesn't have
No, he
these
doesn't.
abilities.
He doesn't teleport.
I thought he does
teleport.
eventually.
No, he doesn't have these
He
abilities.
doesn't teleport.
Does he also have manipulation of all of his body parts and stabs people with
He can
them?
slice his hands off and they grow back, I guess, but no, he doesn't have just fucking Wolverine claws.
Yeah.
He has the was it X Factor?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, it just came out. It was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
speaking of
what
which,
are
we were
you?
talking about, we were watching the first X-Men, right? With my dad yesterday, and we were noticing it's just movie logic, I guess. Just wouldn't make sense. We're real picky with this shit. So Wolverine, in the first X-Men, if you looked at it, his claws were unnaturally large, okay? His claws were like large and fucking arched a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like just fucking weird.
He's got meaty hands.
Yes. And he was like real small. Like he was small. He was scrawny back then, right? So we were wondering, why the hell does his claws go back and then like he shouldn't be able to move his arms at all? You know that, right? Like if it was realistic, his claws would go back and his skin would just be like poked out like a little bit.
True.
I think
They actually explained that in one of the comics.
Seriously?
His claws.
Well, his claws dissolve into his skin or something like that?
So once they go in like literally not on top, but like
Like,
It's fucking weird. Okay.
I mean, that's the thing is
That's so uncomfortable.
you got two bones right here, and so they probably hide like right here, and then they all just shing, and then it's like attack, and then that's what you do.
And he's supposed to not even be able to take him out without, like, he has to form a fist if he wants to take him out. You can't like just go like this and take him out. And they can't just go back in when your hands.
That's because I would just
in every single
I would just have one come out, and I would just I'd Assassin's Creed everybody. I would just be like, just stab people.
I was so pissed in the second X-Men when that girl died.
Which one?
His girl, fucking died. Yeah, she was bad ass. Oh my god, that's why I wanted to.
I don't remember
badass girl. And she was sexy as hell with them contacts in her eyes. she was badass. That freaking Asian girl.
I don't remember.
The fucking nails.
Yeah, dude.
She had ADHD.
She was just like,
she was like, I was like, what the fuck? But if you think about it, her fingers would be hurting. Like she's sitting here stabbing you like this, and just
she's
doing
got
that.
adamantium fingers, and she's gonna be fine. I mean,
It's
that's
just
the thing.
fingernails though.
That's the thing. If I sat there and I fucking enhanced your whole bone structure with something that's just like I feel no pain.
I love how you did it for a girl. Like girls like the nails, so we're gonna just grow your nails out and have you stab niggas with it.
So,
I wonder if her toenails can do that.
I want like arm blades.
You know what it did? You know what it did? They were at a nail salon or something and probably saw some woman there that had like nails that long. They're just like
Some black women.
Epiphany.
you could kill someone with that.
Seriously.
speaking of getting killed, Len Wiseman drops out of the Mummy reboot.
Fuck,
I had no
what?
idea there was a Mummy reboot.
Why would they do that? That last one, the third one sucks so
That's
much.
because that's the only the guy who's the main character in that. That's the only.
Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser. That's the only good role he ever had.
He can't be in anything else. Because you look at him in anything else, you're just like, what the fuck?
What was that bullshit? What was that bullshit?
He was the original George of the Jungle, remember?
No,
Yeah.
it's the same way that I can
But
go
no.
see Malcolm Reynolds, like the Firefly captain. The only time I can ever see him is if he's in fucking Firefly. If he's in anything else, I'm like, what are you doing, man? You're in space right now. What the fuck are you doing?
This is gonna get Malcolm angry, very angry.
Oh, yes.
Pacific Rim may get a sequel.
They
Since, because it made a lot of money internationally.
I didn't see it. I hear a shit. I hear a shit.
And guess what they're gonna do?
For everyone else,
with
I hope it's better.
Okay.
Has anyone ever played War of the Monsters? The PS2? If you look up War of the Monsters for the PlayStation 2, Pacific Rim is pretty much, that's what they got Pacific Rim from. I swear to God.
One game on PS2.
That's sad.
Malcolm,
I'm
you seen
sorry.
it?
No,
I still got my
Pacific
PS2
Rim?
game.
How awful it was?
I need a PS2.
Yeah, it was fucking awful.
Really?
It was like 8 movies in one movie. They did not do with a movie like a storyline. You have
It's
not a movie, it's just one giant
I'm not gonna bash anything that you're saying. The only thing is, like me, when I see a movie that says it's a trailer, Pacific Rim, and they show a bunch of fucking robots fighting monsters and shit,
Monsters.
that's what I expect. I don't care about a goddamn story. That's just me.
That's the thing is, you can have a story and you can have action in the same thing. You don't have to blow everything up like Michael
But
Bay.
anytime
You
I
just
hear
have
shit
to
like
have a story.
Anytime I hear shit like that, like the second I think about that, like I'll think of whenever someone sees like a monster movie or a movie with a bunch of action, but they want more of a story, I instantly think of the first Hulk. That's what I'm like, oh, y'all want a Hulk.
That was top.
That's what I think. Like,
fucking
and that's
notch
why.
of awful.
That's what I was. That's what I sit there and think. I'm like, do you want a fucking Hulk? Like,
No, what I'm
Because
saying
people
is like in Pacific Rim,
He was
literally
ugly, too.
there were so many fucking just stories.
I did hear they had like it was really confusing.
It was like they were like, all right, we got a board right here. It's like a whole like planogram of just all this shit. And then we'll just pick and choose from each of these little sections. Like when I walked in the movie theater, I walked in about 5 minutes late. Walked in and I was what?
Do you want to rant about it?
I'm
later?
about to rant.
He's been
You
ranting.
can say you want to save it for later.
I'll save it for later.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for Malcolm, the movie made 140 million overseas.
And so would an asshole if you put it on a TV screen. I'm just saying. Porn's the top. Porn makes the most money right above religion. So you can't say shit about it because you know half those religious people are the ones watching the porn.
Now, how many of you guys like Scarface?
Never watched
Loved
it.
it.
How many of you like Harry Potter?
Absolutely love it.
Okay, well, David Yates, the guy who did the last 4 Harry Potter movies, is directing the Scarface reboot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Never
actually
watched-
excited about
Never
it.
watched Scarface.
You never saw Scarface?
Who would they get to play
Ouch!
the character?
I don't know.
Daniel
They're
Craig.
probably gonna bring. They're probably gonna bring Al Pacino back.
Suki.
Oh man. No.
I know Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
It's gone. Friggin' just make it what's his name? Oh my
Al Pacino?
god. No, I forgot who's the fucking Christopher Walken.
He can play anything.
Just recasted Christopher Walken.
If
Hey, a little friend.
Christopher Walken played anything, I'd love it. I don't care what the fuck. He can play a fucking Care Bear, I'd love it. Christopher Walken is awesome. What Care Bear would Christopher Walken be?
You guys remember Spawn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that movie
They're
was fucking
remaking
epic.
that.
Wait, yeah, they're remaking. Okay, they've been trying to remake Spawn for forever.
God.
And Jamie Foxx says that he wants to play Spawn.
Once again, if they
What?
have
No, the guy's already.
He's Electro.
I don't
After
think
he did Django, he needs to calm down. He needed to.
what? I mean, that's the
Once he
thing is
did
what?
Django-
Oh, actually, no. Jamie Foxx.
He could play it. No, that's the thing. He could play it. That's the thing. I can see him doing it.
Will Smith
but
with a
Michael
little
J. Fox is still alive. No, not Michael J. Fox. Michael J. White is still alive. No,
Marty, we have to take it back from hell.
Michael J. White is still alive, so he could still play him easily. Easily still playing.
I'm just saying, if Will Smith had like a life tragedy, he'd be able to play it because he'd have to run.
Real quick, did y'all hear about that movie that Kristen Stewart hopped out of because Matt Damon hopped out of and Will Smith went in place? Some movie that.
Is she racist?
This is the thing. That's what they said too. Kristen Stewart was supposed to be in a movie with Matt Damon, right? He was supposed to be her lover, right, in a movie. But then Matt Damon hopped out of the movie, and Will Smith got in place, and was going to play her lover. But she immediately got out of the movie and said the age difference is too much, right? Here we break this down, right? Matt Damon is 40 years old. Will Smith is 44. I don't know how they do black years, but whatever. Number two, she cheated. Okay. The guy that she cheated with is like 45.
Yeah.
And married, right?
And married, yes. So the guy she cheated on Robert Pattinson with is like 45. So, what do you think? Do you think it was race?
She's afraid of the big black.
She's a black. She's a black. You can't come
Will
back.
Smith's just like, ha! Bitches, get out my way. I own a fucking tractor trailer riding home. That bitch is $2 million. Right. Got a garage underneath it. I'm dead serious though, it's a thing. He's got a fucking semi that folds out like a transformer, like Optimus Prime, turns into a house, and then there's a fucking garage underneath it. I wish. $2 million? Hell yeah, I'd buy that. Better than Bugatti. A disgrace of a vehicle.
Have you ever woke up in one?
Yeah, it's so
But have you woke up in one? Like, you went to sleep
brand new one.
in a brand new one.
I'd sell that bitch that day. It'd be on Craigslist for $100,000. That's all I want. I'd be pissed. But I'd be like, God damn it!
Seriously. So, I mean, I don't know.
I got iced! Anyway.
So they're already talking about a new a BioShock Infinite sequel.
No.
And it's
Leave it
gonna
alone. Just leave it alone.
I mean, it continues the story between what's his name and what's her name,
Lindsay. Or Lizzie, sorry.
It was-
No, then they just did like a download content for. They did download content.
Oh, it was Elizabeth and Booker. Yeah, it follows them again.
They're doing a download content of before. Was it Rapture City?
Before.
Why does everybody got to go do this? They said that they make something, and then they go, "Oh wait, we forgot this part before." Before it all happened.
It's kind of interesting
Tokyo
because
Drift.
if you play when you played like the second one and you go, they have the underwater city, right, and it's all fucking ruins. But now they're doing it. They're doing the download content for the BioShock Infinite is going to be them before the city went to fucking shit. Okay.
So when it was paradise. So there's no problem.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll make it cool because I've always been interested. I love those types of things where like you don't really know exactly what happened.
You gotta play
like if you played Skyrim when they talk about the dwarves, like where the fuck the dwarves went. That shit creeped me the hell out.
Yeah.
Like you going all underneath Skyrim is just fucking dwarf world. Okay.
Everywhere.
But there's not one dwarf in there. Okay. And so I'm like, so they don't explain why.
Didn't you watch The Lord of the Rings? Dragons.
I haven't seen.
They got rain of fire. They dug too deep.
I haven't seen that. I still need to see The Hobbit.
Oh shit.
No, but the sequel is called BioShock Infinite Burial at Sea. They go back to Rapture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was an
and
awesome
it's-
freaking game.
So it's pretty much about Booker and Elizabeth back in Rapture before shit went crazy in the original Bioshock. So in other words, it's a prequel.
It really is.
Because there's no other game that they can do. I think they need to remake Parappa the Rapper. I think they could
That's the
definitely.
thing is, did anybody actually play Crackdown? Everybody play Crackdown?
Never played Crackdown.
no.
I heard of it.
Oh
No.
my sweet Lord Jesus. Basically you play as a super soldier and you're a police officer and you just kill everybody. So I killed everybody and at the end of the game he goes, ha ha ha, fuck you, I'm the government. And then he's like, I control this bitch. And then the second one was just awesome. It was like killing zombies all day.
Versace,
All I
Versace.
did.
Versace.
But I don't even know. I'm replaying it right now. I just don't even know where I was going to go with that.
You know what game
I
was
forgot.
fucking awesome? One of the best games for PlayStation 1? 1. Have you ever played the game?
I haven't played it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You ever played Cold Fear? The
No.
worst game ever in humanity, ever. I'm serious. Play this. This is how you shoot. 1, it's almost like Resident Evil. You can't walk.
Oh, okay.
2, headshots the only way. 3, there ain't any bullets. 4, you find the AK ammo, but you can't find the AK.
Wow.
Also, you're on a boat the whole time. There's no survivors, and everything's written in Russian.
Wow, there you go.
So you're literally sitting there. You're like, oh, fuck. And then you're sitting there, and the boat does this, and then you get thrown to the side, and the zombies just like. It doesn't even matter. They're just running on the side of the boat. You're just like, what the fuck?
The original game, the first Resident Evil game I played was Resident Evil 4, and I turned that game off after 10 minutes of playing it because I was like, why don't I have any fucking bullets? I was not one fucking bullet, and then they don't really run. Like you said, they don't run. So you're sitting there just like kind of just doing this little like fucking trot.
Oh yeah,
Shit, like-
you Gears of War, dude. Except you don't have the fucking crackhead button. You just and you know Gears of War. There's 2 speeds. There's
You just sit there.
Chunky
and walk
Monkey,
along.
and then there's Gorilla Run, and you just fly through things. You're like, I need to make it to the doorway. I didn't make it. I got to cover. Oh God! And you get stabbed.
But no, I beat it. That game was turned out to be one of the best games ever. But still,
And-
I just get pissed off. Like there's no fucking bullets, so you had to sit there and save everything. You couldn't run. What I did was, what I'm infamous for doing, I do this in Skyrim too. If there's a monster that kills me in the game and I can't kill him right then, later on when I get the powers to kill him, I'll find that bitch. I don't care how long. Like, I'll go back and find him. Like fuck you. Like I don't care. That game, like in Skyrim there was this frost troll. It was a frost fucking troll.
Wait,
I was like,
is it a frost troll when you're going to the graveyard?
yes.
Yeah.
That frost troll that comes off that fucking mountain
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. I found that bitch. I was like level 60 something. I went up to it. I just cast it. I was like, oh, just destroyed that bitch. And then I took its body and just threw it out of the mountain. It took me forever to drag that thing too. I was like sitting there. I was just like, threw that bitch. I was like, I was so pissed off.
Have any of you guys ever played Siphon Filter?
What the fuck?
I know what you're playing.
That sounds like a game
I
where
haven't
you
played
literally do
I know what you're talking about.
siphoning shit.
It is an awesome
Isn't that like
fucking game.
Splinter Cell? Splinter Cell?
It's like the people that created Splinter Cell.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
Power
exactly
your old
like that.
caddy.
It's
Forever.
awesome.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to play it, I would.
You know what game? Alright, I don't care what nobody fucking says, okay? The one game they need to put on either the PS4 or the PS3 as download content that they haven't is fucking Def Jam Vendetta Fight for New York. Okay?
Oh,
I get so pissed off
Yeah.
What?
that hasn't
Def Jam
been.
Vendetta.
Fight for
Remember
New
those
York?
games?
No.
Oh my.
I remember like True Crime, Streets of LA.
Def Jam Vendetta, all the hip hop, every hip hop artist. It was like 50 hip hop artists, and you can fight and beat the fuck out of the ones you hate. Like I loved it. Like back then,
That's because you just wanted to beat up your favorite rappers. I mean, not your favorite rappers,
in
your
it,
least
like-
favorite rappers.
Like I was pissed off because they put my favorite rappers in the PlayStation 3 version. Was it Def Jam Vendetta bullshit? Okay, because you had to fight with the beat. Like you had to sit there, and you're fighting.
fight with the
Then when you press a button when the beat drops, you do this, and then everybody shakes down. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay, and then you can't block. So you're just getting beat up the whole
What if they
time.
had like a dubstep version? It's like a combo
Skrillex
break.
is the boss. I'm telling you, that shit was bullshit. But then it was like
Finish him.
like T.I. and shit. Man, that was the most bullshit game I've ever played. But Fight for New York was awesome. I beat the fuck out of everybody with who?
I really.
Redman.
You
He was
make me
the
really
fucking-
want to play freaking True Crimes. Cause that's sitting
I remember that game.
You
That game was
karate
awesome.
kick a little shit out of
Yo, he
people.
was karate kick.
Everywhere you went, you were like, whoa, 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 just like, yeah.
Speaking of True Crime, that was hilarious. hilarious and ironic how I know y'all probably heard this before, but I still get on it. How on San Andreas, the first mission for the first black character is to steal a bike.
Yeah.
Steal a bike.
Yeah,
First mission in the entire game for the first black guy is steal a bike. Well, of course.
The only,
Of course.
the only reason I play any Grand Theft Auto game is just to play, put on cheats, fly up into space, jump out my damn plane,
And exactly, but
And then
that's
try to
why I
pull on a
hated.
parachute cheat code on time.
That's why. That's exactly why I hated Grand Theft Auto 4 because you couldn't do a flying car cheat. I hated the fuck out of that
Yeah,
game.
they didn't have
I hate it. It's fun. The game is still fun.
Like jumping over buildings and shit.
Yeah, but I still got pissed off. Like, I don't know how I found a way to get a motorcycle on top of a building and I was just like fucking driving off. But still, it was like annoying. Hopefully they do that for the fifth one. I hope they do.
Saints Row.
If not, I'm doing fucking
inside of buildings.
It was kind of like if they took Saints Row and called what's it called? And Grand Theft Auto and kind of met a medium to
It'd
that.
be Saints Row.
It'd be fucking yeah.
It would literally. It would
Like
it would
Saints
be
Row
Saints
does
Row.
everything I want Grand Theft Auto to do, and Grand Theft Auto has the story that I want Saints Row to have. Like that's kind
Saints
of
Row
how
had a pretty good story.
it has a good story, but
All
they're
right, children, we're almost out of time now on this thing. So, another new Supernatural was going to have a spinoff.
Supernatural's
I don't know if
fun.
anybody-
Supernatural's awesome. I love that.
Supernatural is awesome, but after they ended it and then rebooted it immediately,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't even know that they. I didn't know
You
that
got
they
a
did it until,
Rosassa
like-
take.
Because it was a perfect ending. I liked the ending, and then
Wait, what season was it? Because I don't even know what
It was-
season.
When's that
What
cosplay
season
show
was
come
it?
out? August 12th?
Oh yeah. Don't worry. That'll be another episode. We'll talk about that because I know how excited you are.
Wait, what?
The cosplay show that Ross wants to talk about
It's a
so
cosplay-
badly.
it's a
The TV
cosplay
show.
Every time I
in my
hear
head
Ross
again.
and anything, I just think of
Luna, or whatever her name is.
So,
But anyway, so I'm gonna end this right now, and we'll be back from Malcolm's ranting corner because he has a lot to say.
You've heard of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Or Malcolm's Corner. Diary of a Mad Black Malcolm.
Alright, so I'm here to discuss the abysmal disgrace of movies known as Pacific Rim, where I guess the people who wrote it didn't really, know what a storyline actually is supposed to be, with a hero and, the bad guys, plural or not plural, doesn't really matter. And then there's I don't know what happened. They sat there and they were like, let's just have 1,000 supporting characters and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to. 1,000 supporting characters and not really a plot. No, I'm good. But basically, so the movie starts out and I walked in a little bit late. But basically I walked in, I am going to stab everyone at this table. Really though. The movie starts out with the main character's robot or Jaeger. I don't know why they called them Jaegers. Yeah, they're called Jaegers, like Jaeger bomb. Totally new definition now. Thanks. Other than that, couldn't you just call them mechs like anyone else? But
It's like they don't call zombies.
they're infected. Anyway, so basically, his Jaeger falls down, has no arm, and he gets out and he goes, ah, and then it skips to nothing. Literally, you miss an entire battle scene / Brotherhood. And then you figure out later on in the movie that he can't get back in a Jaeger because when his brother died, the symbolic whatever was too great and he can't handle it. 10 minutes later, he's back inside of a robot with some Asian girl. And they are now best friends. And he's like, I've never drifted with anyone like that before. Yes, the term for mind melding has been reduced to drifting. Really. That's the best way we could come up with. No slip space stream brain connection. We're drifting right now. Not even an acronym, it's just drift. Alright, so they're drifting and they almost kill a whole bunch of people because the little girl has memories of her entire city being destroyed, and I guess one monster decides that this little 5-year-old girl's the next meal, and so he chases her through the city. actively actually chasing her. Like there's yeah, I want that little girl so bad I'm gonna eat her.
So they have monster pedophiles?
Yeah, essentially. And so Alpha Black, the guy who's the director, yeah, also the government cuts funding to the only program that actually has any sort of success. So I mean, we all know about government, so we know they're kind of useless. But essentially, they sit there and they're like, we're gonna build a wall. Yes, sir. We're going to build a wall, and those giant creatures will not be able to get through it.
Yeah, so that definitely worked out.
Yeah,
today.
yeah, really. And so, yeah, so the giant wall. Here's what happened. They tore it down. Australia had a news report. They had they had a wall. They had a video camera aiming at the wall. And they were like, "It's coming toward the wall," and then it just walked through the wall, like it wasn't there. It was just like, I'm just gonna kind of. Seems to be a pretty big object, but if I get a. Okay, it's open. And then they're all like, oh my god! And then everybody else on the planet Earth is like, why are we even building walls? They obviously can go through them. The government's like, this is still the best option that we appear to have today. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Okay, so another issue is apparently Chinooks have the incredible ability to lift up buildings if there are 8 of them. So yeah, no, it's
this really sounds like some drinks, don't it?
No, but the thing is, you've got these helicopters that have 2 blades, just for people who don't know what military aircraft are, because there are a lot of them. I had a girl ask me what a grenade was. I don't know how you don't know what the fuck a grenade is. It explodes.
So you gave her a grenade.
I should have been. Pull this pin, stick it in your mouth.
This is a grenade. Pull that pin.
Yeah, and then run in that direction as fast as you can. It'll teleport you to everywhere. But basically,
You'll be everywhere once I swear to God.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
No,
You know where you are.
but basically, so they have these like 5, maybe not even 5. Let's say 50-story robots that can be lifted by helicopters. Wow. I would just, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You're letting there like that's totally solid. Why you can't lift that with a helicopter? It's not happening. No, 8, but still 8 Chinooks cannot carry something that's a building. You're carrying a building that's solid. There's not even there's one room. That's it. There's one room. That's where it takes 2 pilots to drive a robot. I don't know about anybody else, but if you've seen Gundam, it only takes 1. It takes 1 good pilot, and guess what? He can destroy the whole planet. Doesn't matter if he has the best robot, the world is over because he can kill everyone as long as his power cell doesn't run out. And then that's it. Yeah. Also, no, that's the thing.
If you're American, then you need help.
No, that's the thing is they're sitting there, and so you have to have a partner, and you have to drift well with them, and so you have the main, exactly. You have the. Actually, the funny thing is that's where they take them. Wow. The entire Jaeger program goes to Tokyo, and so they begin to drift. They drift in Tokyo.
Why do you have to? Why did every monster movie have to be in
Also, here's another main fact. Why wouldn't in the technology of the future in this movie? Here's another issue of the many issues. If you have robots, we have a thing nowadays called drones. All you have to do is sit at your house, and not even at your house, actually. It's at a military base with a fucking joystick, and you fire missiles at other people. But no, they decided to have an entire room with corridors and shit where you can get out of the robot and be like, yeah. When they could just stick a giant fucking supercomputer in there, fucking put Cortana in that bitch. And nobody could stop that woman if she was inside of a Jaeger. It would be over. She'd be like, I've already figured out what you're going to do before you're going to do it. So, yeah, really. Or if you took River from freaking Firefly, put her in a Jaeger, done. Yeah, she can drift with herself. Fucking just sit there and punch people. But basically, so you have the main character, or whatever, I guess he's the main character, because you only see him about 50% of the movie.
Everyone knows the movie's about you.
Yeah, it's like fucking the Phantom. It's like the Phantom Menace.
The next Black James Bond.
No, it's like
the first Black James Bond.
It's like the Phantom Menace, you don't know who the fucking main character is. So, because it's either the Asian girl, it's the black guy, it's the main guy who seems to be the main person because he bitches the most. And then you have the guy who's a prick and his father who own, like, they basically fight with the fastest Jaeger.
One question.
It's been deemed the
How
fastest.
conflicted is the character with his morality?
Oh, he's totally fine.
Because that's how the main character. If you're a true good character in any movie, you have to be fucked up mentally.
That's the thing is, he's not. Like, he's supposed to be, because he was like, I witnessed my brother die, and I remembered the memories of him dying and the pain he felt when he died. And I was sitting there, I was like, okay. And then he gets back in one with no problem. Like, he's straight up, I'm back in the military now. I'm ready to go. And so apparently the black director guy is like, I won't let my Asian adopted daughter that I rescued so many years ago go into a Jaeger with you, because I don't
want your minds melting.
No, that's not even that. He was just like, I don't want her getting hurt. And I was just like, okay, so.
Wait. So they're linked mentally? Like,
fool, where have you been?
like I don't.
He said that in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, they meld mentally, and that supposedly makes the robot respond better.
But does they?
That's
their
what
minds
it's like
in there?
drifting.
Yes, fool. Oh, shit. You can't talk after. You can't. You ruined it.
Continue.
You ruined it. But basically, so you sit there. And so basically what ends up happening is they remake the main character's mech that his brother died in, and that one runs on nuclear energy. And then, oh, that's so amazing! But basically, so that one's powered by nuclear energy, which, nuclear energy then makes electricity, and then it runs on electricity. All the other ones somehow just run on electricity by itself. I guess they don't need any sort of actual engine. No, but he sits there and and they say, so one of the aliens comes out. Like they send, like there's a huge, like basically from the movie where the movie starts out, there's only one occurrence every like so often, and then it just keeps picking up, and this, the ocean vagina is at the very bottom, because they say they say it dilates every like, they're like, it's dilating 1,000 meters. I'm like, sweet Jesus, that is the biggest vagina I've ever seen in my life. But basically, and then they sit there.
Phasing out his fucking vagina. Isn't that like every fat mom like?
You mean the fat moms that like have pregnant? They're pregnant. They don't know, and they poop it out into the toilet. It happens. It's happened. No, but basically you're sitting there, and so there's only been one occurrence. And then all of a sudden, two monsters come out at once, and they're like, "What?"
Is there a boss
And
monster?
no, that's, at the end, there's a very big boss monster that you see for about 2 seconds, and then they activate the nuclear bomb, and he dies.
So they pretty much did
wait.
What was it? Clash of the Titans, when you had fucking Kraken out for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, basically, they're like, it's like, okay, well, obviously there's a giant creature heading toward the city. We can't just leave. Okay.
No shit, Sean.
Just end up nuking.
Oh, no, I'll explain it. I'll get to the end, don't worry. I will get to the end. Do not worry. Your little head. But basically what happens is, so all the other Jaegers run on electricity. Now there are 3 other ones that are like, apparently there's not an army of Jaegers. There's just, because the government says we're going to stop funding the Jaeger program until when the wall's built, we'll stop building robots. That's what they're saying. And so apparently it's like a sports team, and you have to represent your team the best. And so there's a Russian team, there's an Asian team that has 3 people drifting. It's 3 brothers, 3 Asian brothers that fight and stuff.
So cheating.
Yes. And then hacking. And then there's the 2 American douchebags, and then there's this guy and the Asian girl who are the best. And so 3 Jaegers go out because they don't want to send out the nuclear powered one. They're like, because you're not ready. You're not ready to fight on the front lines with these things. And so they send out 3 robots to fight one, they only know of, one creature. Wow. So both of them get torn apart. Or 2 of them get, this is their game plan. This is how their military operates. We'll send 2 forward. The fastest and most advanced one, you'll stay in the back and help the others if they get hurt. And they're like, okay. So he's like half a mile away from the other 2 who are fighting this one creature. And they're beating the fuck out of it. Like they're going ham. They're breaking its face. And then a second creature comes out of nowhere. Grab the one mistake. Who fights in water with robots? Are you retarded? And these things can swim. So they walk into 30-foot deep water inside of a bay. and these things are swimming in between their legs and pulling them underneath the water. So first strategic mistake, walking into where you can't see the enemy. That's like walking into tall grass full of snakes. Like, it is honestly like walking into a scorpion's den. Like, there's nothing you can do. So the second monster comes out, and apparently he's like mumbo jumbo. He's basically fucking King Kong. And he comes out, and he's got like an EMP thingy on his back. But he kills the Asian people. He kills the Russian. He drowns the Russian people. Like, snaps their hatch open and just drowns the whole, like, all of them in the machines. And then he like sits down, and like the other Jaeger's like, they're in trouble. We're not just gonna sit back and let them die. So he runs. He's running as fast as he can. Meanwhile, this robot is running. This is how fast they're walking. Shoot on the inside of the machine. Yeah. The thing's running, and they are walking on the inside. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, so this is wrong. Because they can't run inside the machine because they're like on these leg things, and you can't see my motions. But if you could, you'd understand how stupid it is. But basically, they're sitting there, and they get there finally. The other two are dead now. And then the big one EMPs the fastest Jaeger, and then he just starts walking around it, just like, yeah, I got you, bitch. Can't do shit now. And they're like, oh my gosh, they developed a weapon. We've never seen this type of Jaeger before, this type of creature before. And they're like, well, you can send us out, sir. And they're like, why? It's like, because ours is nuclear powered. I'm like, nuclear power makes electricity, you fucking idiot. But it doesn't matter, because once they get sent out and they kill it, it never uses the MP thing again, so crisis averted. I guess it can only use it once. And so they kill King. Yeah, they kill King Kong, and they're sitting there with the ion cannon, and then they sit there, and the fucking the other ones in the city looking for, let's take a little bit of a sidestep off this battle. Two more main characters that are being introduced or have been introduced are these two scientists who could have been their own movie, finding things that are how they could test the creature's abilities, and but basically their grand idea is to drift with the mind of one of the creatures.
Of course, because scientists aren't fucked up.
Yeah, so
well, are they American?
Of course. No, there's one that's like a British like hypopheniac or something like that. I don't even know what the fuck disease he has, but he walks like this. So he sits there, and one of them he's one of the guys from freaking Sunny in Philadelphia, and he's one of the scientists. Which just doesn't make any sense. You just don't look smart. Sorry, dude, you just don't look smart to me. But basically he walks in there. And he drifts with the mind of one of the creatures, and then the creatures, like that's the thing, is none of the creatures are actually all the big creatures. They are the clones of creatures that are being sent through from another intelligent alien race that's on the other side of the portal.
Okay, I'm done.
And so
yeah, I watch the fight scenes and then be done.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. Here's the best part. So the creatures are now the one other creature that's smaller. He goes searching for the scientists inside the city while King Kong was supposed to handle the other two Jaegers, but he died thanks to ion cannons. And I don't know why they didn't use in the first place.
Wait, the portal is the giant vagina, right?
Yes, the portal's giant vagina underneath the sea.
Gotcha.
But basically, you sit there and. So he's searching for one of the scientists who was trying to buy a brain of one of the monsters from the black market people who work in Japan who sell creature parts to people across the world.
Black market?
Yeah, the black market now sells creature parts after the Jaegers have already dismantled them.
What are these creature parts? Secretly,
I mean, they
against
yeah, like bones, marrow, their brains, things like that. But the brain dies like a really short time after like the thing dies, so you have to get the brain out real quick. But nobody's done that yet. But he's like, I need a brain so I can drift with it because I need to know their plan. And so yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the scientist. That's basically his whole goal. So basically, that creature goes in the city looking for the scientist, and then the nuclear powered Jaeger goes after him. And so he sits there and he fights this like, this scrawnier creature, and he's beating it to death. And then the thing just all of a sudden is like, and then sprouts wings. So now the creature can fly, swim, and walk on the ground. So he's literally earth, sea, and air all the time.
So it Pokeballed, or?
Yeah, really. Yeah, and then he picks them up, picks up the giant robot, and starts flying away with it. Starts ramming, starts dropping him into the tops of buildings, trying to kill him. Then he just starts flying really high up off the ground. And then the stupidest line in the whole fucking movie is used. We should use our sword. This sword can cut these things in half with no issues. But they never use it until they are about a mile above the city. And so they pull out the sword, and the sword like starts dangling. It's like a chain sword, and then it stiffens up and turns into like Excalibur, and then he cuts the wing off.
I want to hear about the scene with the fucking ship, because that looks fucking awesome.
What ship?
When they drag that big ass Titanic ship and smack them.
Oh yeah, that's what that. I mean, he's fighting the same thing. Yeah, no. He uses the ship like he's sitting there. Yeah, it was before. It's not really a big deal.
Dumbasses. So they use the ship before they use the sword.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
priorities.
He cuts off
money.
Yeah. He cuts off his
economy, bro.
No.
You saw Man of Steel. We can do this.
No, but he yanks off the wing, or he cuts off the wing, and they start falling out of the sky like retards, just plummeting in a giant robot towards solid objects and the Earth. And for whatever reason, there's like a big booster in the middle, so they sit there and they use the nuclear. They're like, we gotta use all the power to shoot the booster so we don't hit the ground so hard. They use the booster too early, and they start plummeting again, and then they hit the ground, and the Jaeger's probably fine. Literally no problem at all. They killed the creature. The creature ends up being pregnant, by the way. So
is this starting the Cloverfield at all?
What, seeming like halfway through the movie, everyone's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Cloverfield 2!
No, but basically, after that, now there are only 2 Jaegers left. There's the fastest one with the douchebag guy. And, no, he's got his power back now. The electricity turned back on. And so, and the nuclear powered one. And so their plan is right now is to drop a nuclear bomb into the vagina. Now, when they so apparently they've done this.
Ross, are you gonna use this term in the future?
No, apparently.
It sounds like a fight against crabs. We got monsters coming out of this giant vagina in the earth. We're trying to fight it off.
No, but basically what ends up happening is they go over how they've tried this multiple times. They've tried to drop bombs inside of this hole, into the voids that are in the earth that these secrets are coming out of, and it never worked. It literally just made craters in the bottom of the ocean. So they just got a big bomb, a really big bomb, strapped into the back of the electronic runs one. They strapped a giant nuclear bomb. I don't know why it's like a super yield megaton nuke. It literally takes up like his whole back and like this much more. It's just like carrying a backpack. It's like the tiny freshmen that run around with the giant backpacks on the first day of school. And you're like, you don't have that many classes. Stop. But apparently that's how big nuclear bombs are now. So they start walking down there. They seal up all their hatches like a submarine. And they're walking underwater. So now they're slower because they're underwater. And so they're walking down there, and they're just like, oh, by the way, douchebag guy's dad, he broke his arm at some point in the movie. No one actually knew why. And so he sits out this battle, and the black director guy goes in, and he's like, you don't need to worry about me, man. I don't take anything into the drift with me, so I will only see your thoughts. I take no feelings with me into battle. And so
it would be the black guy.
I know, really. And so they go down there, and so 2 monsters come out of the thing, and they're gonna defend the gate. And they're like, oh well, they came out because they gotta defend it. And then they were like, oh my god, a class 5 monster is coming out of the vagina. And then a giant, like a super gigantic tall one comes out, and you're like, oh my god, that's the biggest poop I've ever seen in my life. And so he comes out, dog, and so he comes out, and they're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And so the electronic one's sitting there, he's like, we don't have any choice, we're gonna have to blow the bomb here. And they're like, oh, it won't work, you can't blow it here. Oh my god, black guys. So
of course. Because he hasn't done it enough in freaking what's that movie?
Every now he's not the first one to just be killed off. He sacrifices him.
Oh yeah, no, but that's the thing is,
yeah, he just
like in fucking Prometheus.
Prometheus, he did it. Prometheus, he almost did it in Thor.
No, but that's all I'm saying. Basically, he sits there and they're like, we gotta do this because basically to get back through the portal, you have to carry one of the monsters with you because it only opens for the monsters. So. Meanwhile, they pull out their swords. First thing that they should have done in battle with, melee combat, anything. They pull out their swords and they start stabbing these things. And like the electronic one with the huge nuke on his back is taking on the class 5 and this other smaller one. And then the one that houses the main character and the Asian girl are fighting another one. And they cripple it. They chop off its legs and shit. Basically, they got a torso. And so it's still alive. They just got a torso. And so the other one, the other Jaeger's sitting there and he's like, I can't fight them. And he's sitting there, he's getting arms torn off and he's still trying to fight him. And then the two of them come across and like they both have him in between and they start charging toward him. He's like, fuck it, we're gonna blow this bitch here. They blow up the nuke and it moves the ocean floor. Literally all of the water disappears. All the water is gone. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. That's when I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And I was like, so what happens when the water comes back down? The whole ocean. Yeah. The whole ocean floor coming back down on top of your one little robot. But he sat there and what they do to, stop the blood, to stop them from flying away from the nuke, they stab their sword into the ground, which is supposed to be epic. And so they stab it into the ground and they're holding onto the dead body of the other thing that's kind of still squeaming there, like, yeah, I can't move. And so they're sitting there and they're holding down the fort, and the nuke goes off and all the water goes away, and they look up, they're like, what the fuck? And then the water comes down. I'm like, oh damn. Anyway, but they blew up the class 5. I don't know why they didn't just use nukes to shoot at these things directly the whole time. I mean, I know it caused damage to the environment, but you people don't really know what the fuck's going on.
Just
There's
like
monsters
destroy a
coming
couple
out.
cities.
There's monsters coming out of vagina.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and also,
Superman.
yeah. Also, here's another one. All the rich people move into the center of all of the nations and won't let the poor people move there. So all the poor people are stuck by the coast. I guess that's the only place you're allowed to live if you're poor now.
So that means all of us could be living by the beach, right?
Apparently, the beach becomes a lot less valuable once the creatures come around. Just so everybody knows.
Surfing would be more fun,
North Carolina is still awesome because it has a reef already around it, so we win. But basically, what the fuck else happens? So they take the body, they jump into the giant vagina, and they go all the way to the other side, which for whatever reason starts looking like the webway gates in Andromeda, like their slipstream little portal things. That's what it looked like the whole time they were going through. And I was like, okay, so they made it, I guess. And then they come to another planet, where these alien guys are standing there and they're making more clones. They look up and they're like, what the fuck is he doing here? And then he goes, so the one that they're in, the nuclear powered one, they're going to overpower their core and they're going to blow it up and make itself a nuclear weapon. So I was like, oh great, so everyone dies. That's fantastic. But then he ejects the Asian girl. She flies up. She's like, I can't leave you. But she's gone now. So
was it like a classic? Was it like
No, she just went up. She went up in an escape pod and she just went back to Earth. And then other guys, like main character guys, like I gotta set up this bomb. And then he sets it off and he gets back in his escape pod. He flies up too. And then the aliens are standing there like, what is this giant robot doing here still? Why? We made precautions for this type of thing, guys. And then it blows up and I guess the alien race is then defeated and the vagina closes and his escape pod makes it out and yeah, you're right. It's probably going to be a prequel, I bet you. I bet you $1 billion they're going to do what I said to do from the very beginning. But basically, so all ends well, everyone's happy. Oh yeah, we beat the monsters. Woo! We did it. Government's stupid. And then that's the end of the movie because no one else really cared. And so my main point was, okay, so here's how they should have done it because they had the first movie, they had the end of it at the front part of the movie. Main character and his brother should have been their own movie from the very beginning. They've been their own movie. You learned all about them. Black guy should have been his own movie about him kicking ass in the old days when there wasn't any radiation protection. Oh yeah, I forgot. He has radiation poisoning this whole movie, so he's coughing up blood the whole time. It's pretty cool. Asian girl should have her own movie telling about the tragedy of being chased through a town by the Tetris monster. And then Pricky Boy and his father should probably have a story that shouldn't be too long because he's a prick and his dad's pretty cool. and then everyone else doesn't matter. Literally everyone else. Oh, and the scientists should have their own movie. And then this movie that they had right now should have been the movie where they brought all those together, and so then it would have made sense, and not just. So we're gonna give you. We got a bullet list of facts.
Keep up with all
And now, this is what's happening. This is how all this is go. This is what's going on. Oh, also, the Black Market could have been its own fucking movie. It would have been. I mean, because Hellboy plays as the Black Market director. So
I think that vagina portal should have been the movie itself too.
No,
Like,
no.
Just sitting there watching, like,
yeah, but basically that's the end of how fucking stupid that movie was. And everyone who wrote it, you're idiots, and you don't know how to write a story.
If I go and see this movie right now, I'm gonna be so disappointed because his version sounds so much better with giant vaginas and all that.
I feel like you're just gonna have.
Like I had this great
like
action-filled mental picture in my head, and I'm
Giant.
I feel like Ross is gonna be in the theater have like.
where's the vagina?
He's gonna have a flask, and every time they say Jaeger, he's gonna take a.
No, but basically at the point of this movie, if any of you who wrote the movie actually ever wrote a book in your life or wrote anything like in class while you're not supposed when you're supposed to be paying attention, you're supposed to be like, I write stories when I'm supposed to be in class because I just get good grades anyway. But you generally here's an idea: find one plot to follow. One, not 8, not 7, not fucking, what other movie is awful for that same purpose? Southland Tales. That's what you tried to do. Oh, yeah, you saw it too? The Hell? You saw the Gate to Hell? Okay.
All right,
So,
we're about to come to a close. Final thoughts. So you think everyone should see this movie?
No.
So would you recommend this movie?
I would recommend, that's the thing.
5 stars.
For action scenes, it gets 5 stars. For storyline, you're a retard. And that's the thing is, everybody who's like, oh my god, retarded. No, not. Everyone who thinks that retarded is an offensive word, I don't refer to retarded as mentally handicapped people. They are mentally handicapped. Retarded is so stupid, I can't believe it. That's what that means. Don't care. I'm done.
So people should just go to the movie, watch like 15 minutes of it, take a shit, and then come back.
Just look at Michael Bay. That's really all you need. Just expect Michael Bay.
Bring
That's
something
it.
else to keep you occupied.
Eat popcorn the whole time.
All right, so that was Malcolm's. Wait, what? Diary of a. I don't know.
Mad Black Malcolm.
You don't have to make it all official. It's just what it is. Don't need no damn title. People just understand when they hear my voice. Your shit's going down.
What?
The Dictator sucked. I never
Wait,
liked
what
that
movie?
version.
With Katherine Heigl?
Star.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So my favorite movie that they showed on Disney was Susie Q. I'm so sad.
Oh yeah, because
Oh
it
my
had
God,
freaking
I
Amy
cried.
Jo Johnson.
I almost cried.
She was hot.
Really?
I almost cried when because me and Didi were just talking about this a couple weeks ago. I was sitting there trying to remember all these old shows that I used to watch, and he reminded me of freaking that movie. What was it? Susie Q.
movie?
I was like,
So good.
God, I miss her. I was in love with
She's
that
on
girl.
Flashpoint.
I don't fucking know what that is.
It's a show about
It's
a show about snipers and stuff.
That was
How long has it gone? Jackass 3D was the best.
It's been around for
fucking
years.
movie.
It's actually
Really?
well, I mean,
I love it. Have you ever seen Jackass 3D? Jackass 3?
I'll put it.
Yo, I never watched none of the Jackasses because it was like just Jackass shit. I didn't give a fuck. But
I saw
Jackass
all of them.
3 was hilarious.
I never saw the third one. I
The
think.
third one was so
I didn't.
funny.
Didn't
think-
you have? No, I never saw the third one.
Is that the one where they made
Ross, are you taking pictures?
Preston sweat and then you had
Yes,
that is so nasty.
that shit was the best.
Oh, let me get you on Vine right
The
now.
Longest Yard was hilarious.
By the way, what happened to
Line
that?
was
What happened to that
hilarious.
Vine of K2 masturbating on?
Scary Movie 2 was the best one.
No hits, no nothing.
Of course it doesn't have any hits. It's me masturbating. Louis C.K. He's one of the most hilarious comics ever. I don't care what I say.
Oh, by the way, we've been recording.
Superstar
That
was
was-
Roger Rabbit is one of the most underrated movies on earth.
Well,
Yeah.
No one pays attention.
would
to
you
that
consider Roger Rabbit an indie movie? Really though?
movie. Yeah, who else knows about Roger Rabbit?
A
Everyone.
lot of people.
Well, I don't know who you're talking to because everybody I talk to, I'm like, hey, remember Roger Rabbit? Who? Like, fuck you.
Oh well, they'll know Mrs. Rabbit.
Of course they'll know that.
They'll know her.
I think I
They'll know
discovered
her,
masturbation with her.
No, I like how
No, I didn't.
I like how no. You know what irritates me is like when you see people having clothings of characters that they don't even watch or anything like that. Like Betty Boop.
Betty
Yeah.
Boop
Or
is
no.
not cute. I hated Betty Boop.
Huh?
I hated Betty Boop.
Or like huh?
I hate Hello Kitty.
Okay.
I love Hello Kitty. She's just so cute and fucking ugly.
Okay, Hello Kitty, did it used to be a show or what?
It
What
was a show. I don't fucking know. It was just existed.
I think it was like a Brandon.
The ironic part of this is that Hello Kitty was originated from Japan and was actually used. The guy who created it was against women's rights, and the reason why the cat doesn't have a mouth is basically it's saying that women should shut the fuck up. But the funny part is, and the ironic part is now it's an American icon that everybody likes.
Oh, the
Not
girl.
actually knowing what the actual
And every
movie
girl-
Hello Kitty was.
You wanna know-
So it's like the guy who originally made Wonder Woman.
The original guy,
And he had a bondage fetish.
Yes.
It's very sexist and against women.
I love racists and bondage and
That's why he
sexist
made
people.
it. Hello Kitty was supposed to stand for women, and the reason why it didn't have a mouth is because he didn't think women should talk.
I think so too. Yeah.
No, that's actually what it is.
I'm telling you, that's what I think. That's my beliefs. But no, one of my most underrated movies ever that no one really knows about. Just
And now every chick in America loves it.
But no,
For those of you who are listening, if they ever do listen to
there's
this,
nobody. Nobody.
if anybody, we're back once again. Whatever the name of the show is,
Say yes to the
get a little
dress.
switch up. DJ Ross.
Can I say my own fucking name?
First, okay, fine.
get to
You know,
me
fine.
if
We'll
they
all
can say
say
my
our
name.
names. We'll all say our names. Ross, put the microphone back. Ross.
I don't want
All right. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is one of the most underrated movies ever. I don't even think
haven't
have
seen
you seen
that.
it?
I've seen it.
You seen it? Wasn't it good though? It was good. It wasn't such a great movie, but the concept and the way they did it was just perfect. Have you seen it? Nobody's seen it
No.
other than
No,
this,
no,
right?
no.
All right. So it's like the classic redneck murder movie, right?
Yeah.
Bitch, nigga. All right. So classic redneck movie, right? But and like you said, the whole college kids going out to fucking shit. So.
Yeah.
They go out and they're kind of doing it from the redneck's point of view, and it's really like what if the redneck murderers weren't really murderers? And what the fuck are you doing with that thing? What if the redneck murderers weren't really murderers? They were really misunderstood. It's innocent redneck dude, big fat redneck guy who don't know how to talk that well to girls, and all these different things are happening to these college kids because they automatically assume that they're in a horror movie. So they're doing little shit like they think that the guy is like one of the redneck guys takes this chainsaw, he's trying to saw this thing, but then he hits a big ass thing of bees. So he's running around trying to escape the bees, but he's swinging his freaking chainsaw everywhere. And the college kids are like, he's trying to kill us! He's trying to kill us! So they're going crazy or like, it's just crazy. So all these kids are pretty much committing suicide throughout the whole movie, assuming that these people, it's like suicide in the sense like they think that because they think that one of the guys are shredding one of their friends. But so one of the guys are like, I'm gonna go kill him. So he goes in, goes crazy, jumps into the wood chipper, and the guy's like, what the hell are you doing? So he's trying to pull him out, and then the other kids see the redneck trying to pull him out, but they think he's pushing them in. It's like, he killed him! So the whole entire movie is like that. So the guys are innocent, but the kids are trying to kill everybody and going crazy. It's fucking awesome.
So you recommend it to everybody?
I recommend that to everybody. If you like horror movies
Even
with a
8-year-old
twist,
kids? You recommend?
I recommend every movie. All that, okay?
What's it called?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Okay.
That is one of the best
And it's on
movies.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Product placement. Netflix.
Netflix.com/Kevin. Okay, you get a free month of instant Netflix streaming.
Are you serious? They're not even sponsored. Oh, are we hoping for the best right
sponsoring
now?
myself? God damn it! Give me some money. For some free Netflix at least. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I want to pay $8. It's so much money.
Stop playing with the finger.
Stop fingering yourself.
I can't help it.
What about
I'm glad you did
Shaolin Soccer?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Pretty good.
No.
I know. I find it ironic how DJ wants to do an indie movie, but he hasn't seen shit.
I've seen plenty of indie movies.
What movie?
I've seen freaking Super. I love Super. Has anybody seen Super?
Yeah, I've seen Super.
What's
with
the-
Ellen Page.
Yeah, with Ellen
When she was
Page.
horny.
Yeah. Oh
nice.
my God. Okay, I have to say that was the creepiest, most sexiest scenes I've ever seen. I was just like, she's wearing Okay, so Ellen Page is wearing a superhero costume, and she goes over to freaking what's his name again? I don't know what's his name from The Office.
Ugly nigga.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Like she goes over, she sees him like, and apparently she wants to have sex with him. But he's a married man, so she's like, you can't.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson. She was like, you can't. She said you can't have sex with me, but the Crimson Bolt can have sex with Bolty or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's saying no to Ellen Page, who's in a superhero costume. Horny as hell. No, the part where she walks in with the costume and then all of a sudden she does like these weird poses. These really awkward,
these creepy poses.
Awkward, creepy poses, but you still.
DJ is on. No,
I was having a hard on. I don't
this
care.
nigga
I'll say it. I'll say it
for everything.
I don't care. I don't care.
Everything is an awkward hard on.
Have you seen Ellen Page?
This nigga will be like. This nigga will be like. She was whispering. She was like spraying her vagina lips and tickling it. I got awkwardly turned on.
When it's slightly to the left.
I'm like, nigga, what? Or he was like, she was scratching her back in this one specific spot. I got a hard on. Like, this nigga gets hard on. I don't care what the fuck you said.
Okay, I thought we were talking about movies.
We are, but now we're talking about how weird you are.
Alright, I'm not sure if it's like an indie movie, but I know it's a foreign film. Have you guys seen like Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes, I love that freaking movie. Oh my, that's one of the best adult fairy tales ever. I have it at my house.
It's really good.
That's the same guy that did Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, that's his name. I love it. Whatever. He's fucking awesome. I love that freaking movie to death. And everybody that that I know that loves horror, good stories, they all be like, yeah, I love horror stories. I'm like, Pan's Labyrinth. They'll be like, who's it about? I'm saying, okay, it has subtitles. Nope, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, fuck you, okay? It's just
Foreign films are really good though.
You know what I want to watch?
It's because it's so limited on everything. They're like,
No, it's
all right, we
because
only got
they're able to-
$1,000. Let's actually make a good story.
This is the thing. This is the reason why. It's because like if you try to give something to Hollywood, like I was saying before in the last thing we were doing. Damn it. The last cast we were doing, I was talking about how like Hollywood, they only want to do reboots and stuff because if they can make instant money. But that's why you get so many foreign films and indie films that are so good because they just do it for the sake of making a story. Like they're able to put it in instead of having they'll put a Pacific Rim type movie. Like they'll put a big movie, and the only reason why I think Pacific Rim got that much money is because they put a couple of big stars in it.
Yeah.
Like they'll just place a big star in it, and then be like, all right, look who's in it. Yeah. Come watch the fucking movie. Like, even though it could be a good movie regardless. So
Ross, you're rubbing the mic.
You're rubbing the mic. You're masturbating it.
No.
Right.
Like I can see the meter going up.
But yeah,
Anyway.
so like movies like that, like Pan's Labyrinth was an awesome movie. Like I'm not spoiling anything, but the worst scene was when I cringe whenever I see it. Like I said, any horror that or any action that goes above the head creeps me the hell out. Like I hate it. I don't like gunshots to the face. I don't like blowing up the heads. But when the general dude caught those two rebels and he killed that first one, and we just had that second, I was like, like I really got creeped out. I was like, but yeah, that is an awesome. Like if you want a real adult fairy tale, that is probably one of the best. I've never seen a movie like that. I don't know what it is.
It was unique.
So great.
Yeah. So DJ, get up on it.
Please.
All right. Yeah. All right. Gosh, everyone jumping on me.
All we're gonna do is recommend movies to him, and then that's just gonna be.
And I never see them.
You don't ever see him.
Well, Safety Not Guaranteed is on Netflix, so.
I've never seen that.
It's really good.
I want to watch Troll.
What?
Troll Hunter, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's okay.
They said they didn't even show a fucking troll.
It wasn't. No, they did.
They did.
Sure.
I thought it was like a whack ass documentary about what if.
It kind of has a documentary type feel in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you see a few trolls in it. Actually, see a bunch of them.
Like, are they big trolls or just like?
Are they
Are they?
Are like freaking humongous, and then others are just like.
Are they like internet trolls or?
Are they
trolling?
Are they? I think. All right,
they're not those.
If they, all right. Little side note. I think that they shouldn't. Since they're doing all these, if you notice, all the remakes of movies that they do, a lot of them are dark. Like if you take the Freddy series, it was all comedy killer back then. Yeah. Jason, like it was more serious. I can't really fuck with Jason. With Chucky, they always like did that. But in Gremlins, it was funny. It was a funny horror.
Really?
Right. But when they rebooted Nightmare on Elm Street, dark and evil, there was no comedy to it. He just had one-liners that I guess was supposed to make you chuckle, but it was all dark. The new Gremlins is supposed to be a dark, gritty version of Gremlins. I'm like, fuck you for that.
Yeah.
So they need to do trolls, like fucking trolls, make them dark and evil. I'll laugh my ass off.
Remember the Leprechaun Back to the Hood?
Yes.
Yeah, that is indie. That is pure indie movie right there. I'm gonna tell you right now, if
Any black horror movie is indie. Every black horror movie. What black horror movie successfully? What black horror movie?
Remember when Snoop Dogg was doing horror movies?
Yeah.
Oh, hip hop was it hip hop of horrors or something like that?
There was that, and then there was that one where he was like an evil pimp from the dead trying to kill everybody.
That voodoo.
Hood of Horror, yeah. I gotta just look it up.
Yeah, I remember.
Here it is, Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror. I love that freaking movie. I love that movie. That had the just funniest, goriest shit for no reason. Like Danny Trejo had just had to pass through just one. That nigga passed through every movie.
He's in every movie. He was on Predator for
Speaking
like
of
10
which,
minutes.
he's coming out with his new Machete movie.
Oh yeah, I saw.
I'm watching that shit.
The only reason I want to see that is because I saw Sofia Vergara with like firearm.
I cannot watch that.
You know what pissed me off? The second I saw Lindsay Lohan fucking Danny Trejo, I was like, I'm done with this movie. I can't do it. I will never watch nothing like this again. But I gotta watch it. I don't know why. Charlie Sheen just made it look like I wanted to watch it. Charlie Sheen is playing the president.
I cannot watch it.
He has tiger blood. You have to go see it.
Yeah, he has tiger blood. Yeah, but what about Mac and Devin go to high school?
Oh God! Remember we tried to sit down and watch that movie. First off, how you get high? It's funny. It's pretty much the movie about the album that they made together because that's all you heard was their music.
Of course.
And then every time they got high, like there was a part where like the first time he got high with Snoop Dogg, like he starts singing. And first off, Wiz Khalifa cannot sing
for shit.
Yeah, and that's my biggest problem. I'll rant about rappers some other time. but
just real quick. You can touch it.
No, I'm just saying I hate it when everyone thinks that they can sing and rap at the same time. That movie turned
me off. Like it's one of those movies like we can watch Sharkzilla or fucking Sharknado, shit like it's bullshit movie, but you can sit there and watch it because you're like it's funny. I can barely do it. DJ knows I can barely do it, but I can do it. I can deal with it, right?
I do love those types of movies.
We're gonna get that in a second. Okay, but the second I couldn't watch the movie. Like I said, I'm not a pothead. Like I've smoked before. And I can smoke occasionally. Like I'll smoke every few months maybe. But I'm not a pothead, so I can't watch that freaking movie. Nothing but marijuana. So sitting there, the second I turned off the movie was when they went to a fucking ice cream shop, right? It was clearly like some stage set. Like they rang the little jingle bell, ran up, and it was just the ice cream truck sitting in some random workshop type thing, right? So you're thinking it's gonna be an ice cream shop, whatever. They got the munchies, but no, some sexy ass girl comes out with weed. I was like, No, I'm not watching this shit. This is pure bullshit.
What the fuck are you doing?
But
Ross, you have ADD. I swear to God.
All right, all of those shark movies and all those what was the movie? Shark? Was it the
it was
Mega Shark?
No, it was Mega Shark versus Giant Gator or something like that. Where Jaleel White's wife died.
I heard about that.
Via rope.
Like, she got killed by a rope. She got
killed by a rope. They just hit her on the back of the head, and she was like.
And then like his reaction, he just stared at her for like a second, runs off. Then there's no coping for the rest of the movie, no grief, no nothing.
Like
that was the worst thing ever. It was so hilarious. I don't know why y'all didn't want to finish watching that.
I could never finish watching that. Why would we? Of course. Why would we?
Just explain why.
I don't know why. I just love seriously bad movies that try really hard.
I can't do it.
I love it.
If they did
when they don't try, they're hilarious. But when they're trying, it's hilarious because you're like, oh my god, you guys had hopes for this.
Oh, what about have you watched Dead Snow?
Like freaking like
with the Nazi zombies.
Oh yeah, no, like freaking
Nazi zombies.
I love Nazis.
Like I told you about Revenge of the Ninja. Like I
still need to watch that freaking movie. I still haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. We gotta see it. We gotta watch it. I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
No, you know what? I want to really watch it. This is a foreign movie, but they made it American, of course. Chloe Moretz. I don't care how old she is.
The girl who played.
All right, yeah. Hey, girl, I don't give a flying fuck. She's gorgeous, okay? But this is before I figured out how old she was. But then I was like, fuck, it's too late now. But I'm sorry. But look, so Let the Right One In.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen the original version. I saw her version, and it was awesome. Like her version was awesome, but apparently the original one is crazy awesome.
It's up here.
Yeah, I know it's up here. I haven't even checked it out yet.
So I meant to watch that.
And I want to watch Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I want to watch that original one.
That one's awesome.
But apparently it's just too fucking long.
I mean, I think.
I mean, like 3 of them.
The second one is much like the first one is like just bearable. You know, you can watch it and you're like, all right, it's not too long. The second one is like really long.
The second one is like a Lord of the Rings.
The third one
is it Lord of the Rings?
See, I can't even make it through Titanic. That's like 4 hours long.
No, dead ass. I've never seen the Titanic straight up.
Ross,
I don't know how when
Hold
the
up.
Titanic came.
Hold up, you're offending white people. Why?
I like the movie, but after I've seen it like 600
How have you seen?
times, I mean, I can't.
How have you seen it that many
I'm
times?
sorry. I hate Titanic. You know why I hate Titanic? It's because first off, she could have shared that spot
I
with
knew
Leo.
he was gonna say that. That's
She could
everybody's
have.
argument.
Everybody
I'm sorry.
argues that.
I'm sorry. Leo's like, it's okay.
That
It's
was a
okay.
big enough door. But yes.
Or y'all could have laid on top of each other. I would have been like, let me lay down and you just lay on top of me.
What was
Man,
the
we could've
movie?
survived
What was the
easily.
movie that that he and her did together again? They did another movie
Oh,
where
it was like
where she kills herself in the end.
recent.
Red
It was
Yeah,
really
Yeah, it was good.
It was oh my god! I never hated myself.
And it was
before
I never
my
watched
life
it.
watching
It
that
was
movie.
huge
It's
deal,
so
too, because it's the
self-loathing.
first movie
It
that
is,
they did
it is.
since Titanic.
Yeah, and it was an incredible movie, but man, did you feel terrible?
Yeah,
Like I
you
just
did,
felt like a
you did.
dick.
Yeah.
I was like, and I didn't even do anything. I just watched it.
Yeah.
Like you feel terrible. You're like, oh.
I wanna-
Did you guys see Little Children?
Little children.
Little Children?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Children on the Court? No, I'm just fine.
No, it's got Kate Winslet in it and
I'm in love
Jackie
with
that's her
Earl
name.
Haley.
Kate
I'm in love with
The guy
Kate
that
Winslet.
did
I think I might have
the guy that
The guy who did
newest
Rorschach.
Freddy.
Oh,
What?
Jackie
The guy
Earl
that did
Haley.
Loose Freddy?
Yeah, that was the most recent.
Jackie Earl
I haven't
Haley.
seen
He
I know
played
you're
the
talking
new
about.
Freddy Cougar,
Yeah.
and then he
Well-
also played Rorschach on Watchmen.
Yeah, no.
Just wanted to
I couldn't get that.
Watchmen.
Yeah.
All right, rubber.
My dad and I sat close.
I've been sitting
my
here
dad and I
waiting.
saw Watchmen midnight. What rubber?
Rubber. Okay.
Okay, hold on. I gotta talk about Watchmen right quick. My dad and I saw Watchmen front row seats midnight premiere, and I forgot that it's rated R. So they decided to just wave Mr. Manhattan's penis all over the screen. So we're just like,
Yeah, but
right
this
there,
thing-
just looking up. And I'm just like, Dad, this is a terrible scenario we're in right now.
You right in the dick. You just like, that dick is so huge right now. But no, this is my thing, okay? I read the comic
I'm like,
before
he
I
has
watched the movie already,
superpowers.
right?
He has
So I
superpowers.
expected it. I was like, okay, I didn't think they would do it because in any movie that shows nudity, the most thing you'll see is titty. That is it. They don't show no vagina. They don't show no dick. They may show like a small Chinese crotch. They'll show a Chinese crotch all day.
They'll show Bush, but no, nothing else.
Yeah. So when I saw his, I saw it there. I was like, oh, they put it in there. Wow. So I was appreciating it. I was like, this is a good dick. I said they made it just right.
No sus.
No homo, but that was a good dick. Like, but yeah, but I was like, I was shocked that they actually put it in. I wasn't shocked that there's some gory movies. Human Centipede 2, don't ever watch it. It's just
never gonna even try.
I didn't. Only reason why I watched it was because I don't know. I was bored. Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You have a big case of that, being bored and watching random stuff, and then telling me about it.
I love telling dude, his reactions to everything I do is blessed. But Human Centipede 2, let me just tell y'all ain't even gotta watch it. I promise you're not gonna watch it. Okay.
Hey,
What?
what's wrong with rim jobs?
Where did that come from?
From that!
Human Centipede, I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Shut
it.
up.
I'm still not gonna watch it.
So this dude,
Pink
let me
eye.
just show you what happens in the beginning.
That's only if they like fart in your face, okay?
This thing almost begins with this nigga masturbating. This fat, white, nasty looking guy masturbating with sandpaper. Okay, dead ass. Sitting there is all blood too. So
What grain?
No,
of sand-
so
It's all on the grain.
that's all I gotta say for y'all. That's what you have to look up to. So,
Start it. I want to see.
We're looking up to this.
Wait, what?
Are you seriously about to start? No.
I'm not gonna play.
I want to see
I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm not gonna play sound or anything.
Wait,
But listen, so we can still talk. I'm not gonna. No, you're not gonna hear
say that we
the
did.
sandpaper. But look, so you know what? Have y'all seen the first Human Centipede? Have you seen the first one?
No, I
The
haven't
first
seen.
one's not bad at all. It's just stupid.
It's just weird.
It's just a
the
stupid
thing,
movie.
It's
like if it's like one of the stupid ass scientists like in real life was like, I wonder what would happen if we can do this. Like what would happen? So it was pretty much like a how to. Huh? No, it was the Russian like scientist.
Yeah, it's all,
But-
if you notice all this weird ass shit
It's white.
happens with Russian people.
Yeah.
But no, so look.
I was like,
By the way, so yeah, so it's
Yeah,
really
because the
just.
number one cause of death over there is vodka.
Crazy shit on
So yeah, but like in the first one, it's hilarious because like I laughed in the beginning because they show the girls break down in the middle of like some snow, so like rain, whatever, in the dark, in fucking woods, of course. and they go to some random cottage in the middle of nowhere, right? They're traveling. Why would you travel in the woods to go look for help? Why wouldn't you just go down a road and pray to God the car shows up? No. So they go to this random house, knock on the door. The dude was like, "Oh, come in," like some Russian dude. I don't trust you. I'm sorry. It's just the
You're out in the
past.
middle of the woods, just you. And
then you just found a random Russian.
I'd rather see Slenderman.
Yeah, I'd rather see Slenderman. So look, so these girls go into the house. The guy's like, "Would you like some water?" Right? Girls sit down. This is where I call bullshit on this whole movie, okay? The dude gives them some roofies, right? He cracks inside the water. He gives it to them. I think I told you this. He gives it to him. This shit's still bubbling, and the girls are like, "Oh, thank you." I'm done with this movie already. Like,
It was carbonated.
it was clearly seltzer, because that's what we asked for. But it's bubbling still from the bottle. He was like, "Here." He was like, "What kind of seltzer is this?"
It's like, "Ooh, drug, my favorite."
Ooh, rape.
Oh, this rape tastes so good in my mouth.
This rape is gonna feel so good. But yeah. So it was really stupid.
It's bubbling.
Of course, it had some Asian in it, and the Asian has to go out like an Asian, kill himself. Stupid as fuck. So yeah, it was just stupid. The worst scene was when the worst scene of the whole movie, the reason why the movie wasn't that bad, everybody was talking about how gory it was. It wasn't that bad. The reason why it was bad was because of what they made you think. Like, they didn't show anything. They just had the actors kind of pretend, obviously, like stuff was going on. But when they had to eat, of course, after you eat, you gotta take a shit. That's what they showed. They didn't show what was going on. They just showed, like, they just kind of pretended like they were showing it going past them. But it's just showing the people. And they're sitting there like, so it's not really showing anything. But it's kind of like what made you think. What they did for the second human centipede, they showed how the fuck they made you into a centipede. And they took like 12 people and did it, okay?
you know what the funny thing?
And there was a pregnant chick in
While I
there.
was sitting there watching, the whole time I was sitting there criticizing it. I was like, they got paid to literally like bury their face
In somebody else's ass.
Why didn't you just do a
Like,
porno?
I
Like,
wonder if the guys are like just wearing a G-string or something, you know, or if that's
How many
the
times did
string
they fart?
have.
Who farted as a joke? I was like,
it's like, hey guys,
I can't do this.
it's like, guess who had black
Here's my
beans
money.
today? Just,
you know what fun
I
they
had
put in the
some
movie?
Taco Bell earlier.
Nah, you know what
Perfect.
perfect?
About the smell.
If they gave them some castor oil, like, here you go. Just gave them front some castor oil. Shit! But no, it was crazy because like they showed the one worst part.
that one guy's like method acting.
The niggas that like it was funny because they didn't staple it perfectly, so you saw like
No, that's what they did for the
you
realism.
saw a little
Seepage? Ew!
No. When you saw one of them gagging because they
Yeah.
it's probably because the guy in front probably like farted or
Yeah,
something and
They should be dying, but like I
but
said,
they're like, keep going, it looks
I'm gonna tell you
great.
the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. This is probably the worst scene I've ever seen in my life. In the Human Centipede 2, full sequence. Okay, there's a pregnant chick. It's a pregnant chick, right? There's a pregnant chick, and he doesn't put her.
His ears.
He doesn't put her in the freaking centipede. He just has her laying there. I don't fucking know why. Maybe he wants to kill her. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So, near the end, she escapes, right? And she's getting ready to get in the car. She gets in this car that she finds, his car. And for some reason, she decides to give labor. She gives birth right then, right? I know you can hear me.
Oh.
Don't act like you can't hear me, okay? That's the beginning.
Doro's
that's the end of the first
got his ears covered trying
But
to hide
yeah,
it.
so she gives birth to the baby. He's coming to try to kill her or something like that. He's cracking on the door or whatever. Her baby falls out of her, right?
Falls.
Falls out of her, just like, she's sitting there screaming, ah! And the baby. This is where I was like, I can't do this. I really was like disturbed. The baby fell on the pedal. Baby was in the way of the pedal. You don't kick the baby away. She stomps its head in and just drives away. I said, I almost cried. I was like,
She just died.
they showed this? Yeah, she died because it's like whatever. So yeah, I was like, I can't do this freaking movie. I can't do it. I can't. So yeah,
I
that
gotta watch this now.
yeah. So this shit was disturbing. So
Oh
We should
God!
watch
yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
Well, the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Both of them
It's
are
on
on
right now.
Netflix.
It's on right now. They're showing the end of the first one.
How do you take this sound?
I'm not
No,
turning the
no,
sound
no,
off.
we're not turning the
For
sound
the
off.
podcast's sake, I'm gonna just leave the sound off. But yeah, so this is one of the worst movies ever. The first one was like not that bad. It was just like stupid as hell.
How would you
At the
feel
end,
if
the ending of that one. I'm a spoiler of fucking alert. Okay. The only person that lives in the end of the movie is the girl in the middle.
How would you feel if like you
are attached.
how do you like if your best friend's face was stapled to your butt
And you're
and
dead,
she died,
and she's
like,
dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have your butt's attached, your mouth's on an Asian ass. Like, doesn't when you die everything leaks out?
Yeah.
So what the hell?
So
They should have showed something. They should have showed that.
no, they should.
Everything just falls out of his ass into her mouth. She's crying. Like, ugh.
She died.
What I'll get is, I mean, she survives, but you know.
But she does.
But I mean, like,
Eventually.
you'll just never be able to shit the same way again.
I don't think. I mean, no. She ends up dying. You can tell she's.
I don't think.
I mean, there's nobody there.
You would ever shit the same way again.
I don't. The actor wouldn't even be able to. I'd be like sitting there distraught.
Like you can't. No, I'm sorry, but you can't walk around. You can't walk around and be all proud that you did that
I
kind
hate
of
when they
movie.
do those.
Like no one's gonna look at you as an actor and be like, oh, it's like yeah, I had someone's ass in my mouth.
Oh, you were Centipede too?
Where's my Oscar?
This is like going full retard. I'm sorry, that's going full retard. Okay, you can't do no extreme type jump like that and then think you're gonna be like Oscar. No,
Like
that's
this-
Asker.
I feel like that guy that you just saw.
the fat nigga.
I feel like that's what the original Norman Bates looked like.
Probably the real
That's
Norman
actually
Bates. Yeah, he
physically
looked
what
like
he
it.
looked like.
Like I wouldn't trust that nigga to park my car. Like he does not look healthy at all. He just looks like a fucking toad. Like he looks like in the first Blade when you had that fat vampire.
Oh yeah.
He looks like the mid transformation of that. Okay. So yeah, this is a very horrible movie. I would not recommend it to nobody. Please, and don't think because I'm saying don't watch it. Oh, I'm gonna go watch it. Like for real, don't fucking watch it. It's not. This is not a subliminal reverse psychology type shit. This is for real. Don't watch the fucking movie.
No.
I can sit if y'all want. I'll sit here and read the script to you and just
Katu
then you'll be
KillaKing,
like, oh
the
my
king
God.
of indie movies.
the king of everything. Okay, how about that?
Of movies we should and should not watch.
But then we're sitting here watching it.
Yeah, I mean,
As we're
look,
sitting here watching it, I say don't watch it.